Okay, welcome to our conversation today. Glad to be with you another day. Please like, share, subscribe. I believe it'll be a blessing to someone around you. Just want to speak a little bit about leadership, whether you are a head of a household or whether you are a leader in a church or wherever you're leading, whatever context that you're leading in. There are some things, some principles that I believe will help you. Let's just kind of jump into them real quickly. Here is Jesus Christ. They're on the ship. And the disciples wake him up. They say, Master, don't you care that we perish? And so at this point, they don't care how much he knows. They just care that he cares. And so there are times as a leader, and I want to start with the first statement. People don't care how much you know but until they know how much you care, right? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It really matters that you care for those that you're leading, or maybe you need to find a new leader for them. So we'll start caring. Bottom line, right? You need to care to lead. Okay. Secondly, you don't get results by focusing on results. You get results by focusing on the actions that bring results. And so there are some things that you know will bring results. Those are the actions that you've got to focus on. And as you focus on them, results come. Results happen as you focus on the actions that bring results. Okay, so Jesus focused on praying because those bring the results of miracles. He's not focusing on miracles. He's focusing on what he has to do to bring forth and release miracles. Yes, and so as a leader, make sure you focus on what brings results. If it is prayer, if it is training yourself, if it is getting a new mindset, whatever it is that brings those results that you're looking for, focus on those things and you'll see the results will follow. What I don't do determines what I can do. Time management is major when coming to leadership. And a lot of times people with good hearts want to do everything on the planet. And what you don't do really opens up what you can do. You can't do everything. There's only 24 hours in a day. Every day it never becomes 25 hours. And so if you're going to be efficient and effective in being a great leader, again, being effective in life in general, you got to determine what you won't do so that you know what you can do. Okay, that's major. It is major. Please hear me on that one. Okay, focus is the elimination of options. I'll say it again. Focus is the elimination of options. Clearly define your wins in a measurable form. You cannot do what you cannot define. You cannot do what you cannot define. And so please take a minute to really understand when you have a win, right? Make some clear steps. Okay, when I start waking up 8 o'clock every day, that's a win. When I wake up 5 o'clock every morning, that's a win. Okay, when I wake up 5 o'clock for 3 weeks straight, that's a win. All right, define it so that you know when to celebrate your wins. Okay, I promise you, if you're working with a moving horizon, you will never feel accomplished. And once you don't feel accomplished, you actually lose steam. Once you lose steam, then there goes the mission. Okay, so you got to keep yourself encouraged. Make define some measurable goals and celebrate those goals when you hit them. Okay, hurt feelings will always upstage or derail good instructions. I'll say it again. Hurt feelings will always upstage or derail good instructions. When you're dealing with a team, when you're dealing with a family, when you're dealing with a church, when you're dealing with whatever it is that you're leading in, you can't keep hurt feelings in your midst. It will upstage any instruction you give. I promise you, when you give hurt people instructions, they don't do it. Okay? So the health of your team determines how much instructions they listen to and how much of your instruction they actually go out to accomplish. Okay, so that really determines the driving force of your workforce. Okay, so make sure you deal with hurt feelings. Don't ignore hurt feelings. Stop and talk to those that are hurt, and if you can bring some sort of healing in those instances, please do that. It would overall change the productivity of your team. Importance is not how much you do or what you do, but how much you do matters. That's a mouthful. Okay, so it's not as important how much you do or what you do, but but what is really important that you are doing. Okay, so when you spend your time on doing what is important, then it really becomes, it elevates the importance of all that you're doing. One of our primary responsibilities as leaders is to lead direction or attention. All right. What people pay attention to matters. And as a leader, you need to help people pay attention to the right things so that they can move a vision forward. If you're a leader of a family, help your family pay attention to the right things, steer their attention, direct their attention, because when people are attentive to the right things, the right part of the vision moves forward, right? If Eve would pay attention to all the other trees, we'd be still good to this day, right? But she did not pay attention. So as a leader, Adam should have helped her spend or focus her attention on the right things. Okay, I know that's a whole big conversation by itself. Let's just leave it alone, okay? Just hear what I'm saying about just simply leadership. Help people pay attention to the right things. It would help you move your vision forward. Last thing, because I'm out of time on this one, is that all of our systems must grow at the same time or at the same proportion in order for the whole thing to work, right? There are some things that God has created that if all the parts aren't there together working, none of it works. Pay attention to that. Because, for example, if my lungs weren't working, but all the rest of my body was, we're still in trouble. If my heart wasn't working, the rest of my then I'm still in trouble. If I have an adult heart as a baby, I'm in trouble. So there's some, as a leader, you got to try and help make sure that everything is growing at the same rate. Okay, because if an infant's heart grows into becoming a man's heart and there's still a 2-month baby, we're in trouble, right? Nothing wrong with having a man-sized heart, but there's something bad about having a man-sized heart at 2 months. Follow? So help the whole thing grow at its proper rate, everything growing at the same time in proportion, because it's a system that you're leading. God bless you. Hope that helped you, and we'll talk again real soon.